Hello everyone, Patrick Logue from Barkbusters of Southwest Florida, serving Lee County since 2007. We've worked with well over 3,000 dogs, the vast majority of which have been all private lessons. You will be able to note, hey, our local webpage here is dogtrainerfortmyers.com. Another way you can think about that is simply fortmyerscanine.com. A little easier to type in, a little easier to remember, and please trust us that this could be your go-to source for thought-provoking and really informed dog training information. We're on Yelp. I don't know if you can see this here. We're on Yelp. We have more than 9 reviews on Yelp, but Yelp is weird in terms of how they do their algorithms and things like that. But we've got great ratings. We have a 5-star rating on Google and on Facebook as well. And you can also please do follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and now on Instagram. I wanted to just take a few seconds here to talk about how do dogs communicate? Why does Barkbusters stress communication so much in all of the training? And as Google is the closest thing out there to artificial intelligence, I figured I'd come to Google because, man, they got to know everything, right? You can virtually find anything you want on the internet, good and bad. But for right now, we're just talking about dog training. So we stress communication so much because, well, communication is the foundation. The very first thing that comes up here, communication is the foundation of all relationships. If you don't believe that is true, Barkbusters is probably not going to be a very good fit for you. So that begs some questions. What would be a good fit for you? How can we go about trying to communicate with our dog? Because after all, we are trying to have a relationship with our dog, right? So let's ask Google, what do dogs do when they communicate? And we're going to get about that in kind of a backwards way here. We're going to ask Google if dogs use any specific things, like do dogs use pain to communicate? And there are no answers coming up. So I think it's safe to say that Google does not feel dogs use pain to communicate. Okay, we're going to take out the pain. Do dogs use treats to communicate? Again, there's no answers coming up. There's nothing coming up in the search. So according to Google, dogs don't use pain to communicate. They don't use treats to communicate. So respectfully, if you're looking for a trainer out there and they are relying on pain or treats to communicate with your dog, and they want to get you to use pain or treats to communicate with your dog, well, we just asked Google if dogs do either of those things, and Google came back with a big negatory there. They don't use that stuff. So you got to ask your question, what kind of method should you be using if you go about trying to have a better relationship with your dog, knowing that communication is the foundation of all relationships. Foundation is the foundation of culture. Again, really simple, folks. If two people are not clearly communicating, it is not going to end up well in that relationship. So if you want to have a better relationship with your dog, there's only one name that you need to remember, and that is Barkbusters Home Dog Training. We're all over this country, the United States. We're in many other countries as well. I know our friends up in Canada. We're in Australia, we're in Japan, we're in New Zealand, we're in England. I believe we're also in Spain. We cover a lot of territory, and we can help you have a better relationship with your dog. Barkbusters, simply put, is a better way to a better dog.